Hello everybody, Iain Robson here from another edition of the All-American Farm. And let me tell you, we got a couple things going on today. First of all, we have 1, 2, 8, 10, and 11. They are close to being ready. I still need to fertilize 8 and 10, and I don't know about the other fields. So we're going to go ahead and hop into the Rotogator, which we haven't used very much. So we're going to go ahead and get that done. And, oh, it's not a very good view. And that's a tractor right there, Iain. You probably shouldn't back into that. Probably helps if I go forward and not backwards. Anyhow. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go and fertilize a couple fields. And then we will see what's what. There is a great demand coming up for potatoes in 7 hours or so. So we're going to go ahead and probably capitalize on that because we do have some potatoes as well. I'm just going to fuel up here as well. If we can. There we go. Because we do have this field right here. Field 1 is all potatoes. Field 1's potatoes. Field 2 is canola. Field 8 and 10, that's wheat. And 11, that is barley. So, quite a few fields going to be harvested all at the same time. Now I realized something today, just now. I was seeding and I realized how long it was taking, and I was like, this is taking a really long time. So what did I end up doing was using this seeder and this seeder at the same time, but this seeder is kind of small. So I'm going to go ahead and replace that with something a wee bit bigger. Let's just see here. I'm not going to take it to the shop. I have more money than I really need at this point, so I'm not going to bother. For the sake of realism, yeah, I could, I suppose, but we'll just say someone came to the farm, was interested in our cedar, so we decided to sell it to them. How about that? That works for me. I did try, is it still here? Maybe I saved it by accident. I tried this, it doesn't actually work on, some people are saying try this cutter with the swather I have, and it doesn't work. So, it's a bit sad. Also, I was fiddling around with the 8400s. This is the new picture, but my 8400 actually doesn't have the new, it has the old tires on it still, so I like the old tires better for whatever reason. But I did do something funny with it. You can still put duals on it, or take duals off, but what happens is, I'm not sure what happens, but this is what happens. So see how there's like a tire there, and then there's no tire there? That's what happens when you mess with mods. Anyways, the other way I know how to fix it at this particular time is to just reset it like it did there, and then it's fine again. I'll have to take it out, but for now that's going to be just dandy. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop back in this guy. I need to do a little bit of a runabout just to see what fields are actually fertilized, because I don't remember. I'm pretty sure this field right here is fertilized with our potatoes, which is going to be just another ridiculously huge harvest. Yes, it looks like it's fertilized. Good. We can just test. Nope. It's good. Alright. Yeah, this farm is getting quite large, actually. I didn't realize how large it was getting. After I bought those 2 fields, I was like, oh, this is just an enormous farm now. Yeah, that's been fertilized, looks like, as well. Yes. Excellent. So yeah, that's why I kind of realized I just couldn't believe how large it had actually gotten. Oh, he's done, finally. This is good. One thing I realized too, I was messing around off camera, and I realized that I think the GMC might work with this version of Courseplay. Not sure, haven't tested it yet, but I was mucking about with another one, and it seemed to function. The dump truck, actually, that I have, that's a Duke's modding dump truck. And I realized, hey, it actually works with Courseplay, so it's kind of cool. Alright, so here is the field that we need to fertilize. So let's bring up the GPS mod here. And set it to the proper way. Let's unfold these arms here in a slow process. It takes forever to unfold these guys. That should be good. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. It is unfold, isn't it? Yeah, it just takes a long time. Like I said before, this thing is really cool because of just the details in it I really like. Lots of little things. It'd be nice if I could just use the mouse control just to muck about with what I'm trying to do here, or raise and lower this, but supposedly you can do it, but I'm not that worried about it. Alright, set it on cruise control 2. Turn on the fertilizer, Iain. There we go. Perfect. And the crop's growing a little bit here, so I guess I'll have to be aware of that. Well, that's why you have your care wheels on here, right? So technically this is what will probably happen in a lot of cases. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. Must be those mirrors. That's why you have the care wheels in the first place. I wonder if you could turn off those mirrors. Keypad 284. 6, 8, or right control. Right. Nope, that didn't do what I wanted to do. That turned it that way. Ah, can't turn them off apparently. Oh, whatever. I'll survive. But I do like this thing. I don't use it nearly enough. Just because I don't think it's courseplay capable. Maybe it is now, I don't know. There's a few mods I still haven't tested out yet to see whether they work with the courseplay or not. Like this one I haven't actually tested out. I'm a bit afraid to, just because if it doesn't work, it'll just freeze the game and I'll have to start the game up again. Which actually isn't that difficult, to be honest with you. But it is nice not to have to do that, let's say that. So every now and then, whenever I try a new mod, I'm just like, I kind of like cringe a little bit and go, ooh, is it going to work or is it not going to work? I know when I was watching David Oldfield on the old brick farm, he did a lot of the same thing. Like he would crash every now and then for no apparent reason as well. And then he had to do the whole restart everything again as well. But that's what you get for playing around with the developer version of Courseplay. So anybody who has downloaded it and installed it, be aware that it's a developer version, right? And it's not a full-fledged version, so if you run into problems, it's because you're using the developer version of Courseplay. Which I don't know if everyone's going to realize. So, developer, if you guys know what a beta is, basically, I'd say it's more in a beta than an alpha. But if you know what a beta is, that's basically what it is. They're like testing some things out and making sure everything's working fine and dandy. It definitely isn't perfect yet, but it is interesting. I did realize, another thing I realized is the fact that you can actually use it with, you can back up with it now in a much more effective way than you used to be able to. Before, it would actually, if you try to back up with a trailer, what would happen is you would run into a whole bunch of problems. But now, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to back the vehicle up without a trailer, and then based on where the actual joint is on the implement itself, it's supposed to be able to figure it out. And I have seen this done, and it does work. Again, I was watching David Oldfield. He was messing around with the developer version as well. That's why that's one of the many reasons I was interested in his series, just because he was using developer version, and he is part of the OEB modding team, so he does a lot of custom modding and stuff like that. So that's the reason why I was interested in his particular Let's Play or showcase, I guess you can call it. It is a nice map too. The Old Brook map. I almost want to play on it actually because I watched his series. Really cool. It's funny, I was watching a little bit of YouTube today, and I was watching One Lonely Farmer once again. Puts out a video like maybe, once or twice, probably more than that, 3 times a week maybe. And the one that he was talking about, the one he was doing today was in relation to, he told a story about his area. And the reason why I'm reminded of it at this particular time is because he was spraying, but he was spraying deer repellent. I've never heard of that before, but it makes sense. If your livelihood is based on hay crops, it makes perfect sense to spray for deer. Wow, this is taking a long time. This is a big, big field. Look at the size of this thing. I might need another combine. Holy cow. I guess we could do that. We have enough money to buy 3 combines. Would that be overkill though? 3 combines on one field? 2 combines probably be more than enough actually. I could get another case combine and have 2 cases, but that would just be that. I like the look of the combine and everything, but the way it functions is not really cool at all. It takes forever to do the turn even. When it's actually harvesting, it's not terrible, but the turn itself is just, ugh. It's so, ugh. Not overly pleased with that particular mod, but whatever. That is the way it goes sometimes. It's funny, the actual, I wonder how, what's the actual width of this? I don't know if you can figure it out here. Let's put it in field work mode. What does it say? 31 meters. That's pretty big, man. 31 meters wide. That is crazy. I wonder how much this machine would actually cost in real life. I actually saw an advertisement for it a while back from a company called what was it called? GPS Ontario, I think it's called, or Northern Equipment Ontario. That's what it was. Anyways, and they had one of these for sale, and it was cool to see what it looked like in real life in comparison to what it looks like in the game. It's pretty close, actually. Obviously, you know, textures. There's no text. Well, there is textures, but not in the same way as there is in game. In game, obviously, it makes a big difference. Actually, I was fiddling around with a mod today. I don't know why I was doing this, but I just like I don't know why, but ever since I started watching David Oldfield play on the old brick and some of the custom modding he's been doing, kind of made me want to do a little bit of my own. Let me show you what I was messing around with actually. It was a new mod that just came out, I don't know, just the other day. And I like the way it looked. Not 100%. This is another one that came out just recently. But it looks... Where is it here? Here it is. So this is the mod I was messing around with, the 1972 Ford Highboy pulling truck. And the truck I actually have, or I've created now, doesn't look like this at all. It looks a lot different, but that's the mod I've been messing around with. It has a hitch on the back and everything. It's pretty cool. Those are just new mods that recently came out from LS 2013, if you're interested. They're basically tractor pulling trucks. Not really utility trucks, I would call them, but they do work. They're meant just for play, I suppose. But that is the way it is sometimes. Actually, another thing I was going to do, I was going to pick up another seeder. Now, I did pick up another seeder, although I haven't tried it yet. So what I think I'm going to do is, because, let's think about it this way. I can, with the new course play, I also picked up this right here. I haven't tested it yet. I don't know what it's like. There's 3 of these. They're all identical, basically. Just different colors. Anyhow, let's see. We have. I can buy 2 of the same seeder, and the reason why I would buy 2 of the same size seeder is because then it'll be the exact width wide times 2 essentially, which is what I'm looking for if I want to use courseplay with it. I thought I installed it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it's in miscellaneous or something. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy another one of these and another one of, where is it? Is it in fertilizer machines? I also picked up this mod too. Haven't tried it yet, so I can't tell you whether it's good or not. Where the heck is it? No, I don't need one of those. Here we are. So now we have 2 of these. So then seeding will not be nearly as bad because seeding before just took forever. I discovered with 1 big seeder and 1 small seeder just took way too long. So what I should do, I should progress time another little bit so we can get that great demand going. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get that great demand going on. Auction for field 7. Probably could buy it. Great demand for potatoes. Excellent. And sugar beets is coming up. You know, though can't sell sugar beets. Which one's bigger? This one right here. Oops. I'm going to put 1 on the same course just because if I put 2, Oh, that's going to create problems. How many potatoes do we actually have? 1.8 million potatoes, which is just nuts. Alright, and where is the actual... I didn't even look. Potatoes at the inn. Well, good. I also put all these into, all my courses into sell points, or files, essentially, now. Oh, did I just delete that? No, I think I did, actually. Oh, that's funny. I bet you I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I did, actually. Oh, well, I guess that gives me a good reason to remake all the courses, I guess. Not only the sell courses, but yeah, so be careful of that. Because that can happen. Oh, that's weird. Just rather it's not like a confirm delete. Maybe I just deleted the file folder? I don't know. Oh, no, there it is. Jeez. That's weird. Alright, note to self, don't do that again. Alright, so gonna set this guy up to... Yes. Perfect. Anyways, got the great demand, he's gonna do his thing, this is good. Let's get back to fertilizing this field. This is gonna take a while. I didn't think it was gonna take nearly this long. But, it's a big field, right? So... But that's the joy of courseplay. Oh, apparently half this field is ready. Or, oh no, it's growing as we speak. Huh, that's funny. That doesn't normally happen. Anyways, I was reading the field crop news from AMAF, which is the Ontario Ministry of Agriculture and Farming in Ontario. And there were some interesting little tidbits of information there. It's the Forage Report, it's called, for July 3rd. So if you're in Ontario, this applies to you. If you're not, it might still apply to you. I don't know. Anyways, one of the interesting things is they were saying that for certain crops right now, there's a really good harvest. So for Italian ryegrass, apparently people are going to have a high to very high forage quality, which is good. It's weird because a lot of people were planting Italian... Oops, I totally botched this, didn't I? Oh yeah. This is what happens when you stop something. That's funny. Well, it's not too bad, I guess. There might be a little spot there. Anyways, apparently people with Italian ryegrass are going to have a good quality crop in Ontario, which is good. And let me just turn around here. Like so. Excellent. Yeah, so apparently it's going to be a good crop. And there's some risk of winter kill. Some really, I don't know, I find it interesting. I don't farm myself. But I like to stay in touch with what's going on the farming land because, you know, these are the people who put food on our tables, so... And I'm interested in it, I have to admit. Oh yeah, I missed a little bit there. Ah, whatever, it's just a little strip. Nothing a little, I suppose I could go back, but I'm not that worried about it. Considering how many resources we actually have, like if I look through our numbers, we have 1.8 million liters of corn, 377,000 liters of potatoes. Oh yeah, it was corn, not potatoes. Well, I still have a lot of potatoes, but... I don't think any of the crops are ready. This is one thing I need to remember about this map, is that, no, these two are going to be, all these are going to be ready soon, though. One thing I need to remember about this map is the fact that it does have withering on it, so. Oh, this is like, what, halfway down the field? Arrgh. This is why I use Courseplay for these types of things. But, it is funny the way it works. What do we got here? There's some other little tidbits of information in here. What do we got? Some are seeding oats for forage. Apparently it's moderate to high degree of forage quality depending on the stage of cutting. One of the interesting things they were saying is apparently a lot of dairy farmers are going to be starting second cut haylage already, which is pretty intense if you think about it. Like some people who are just, you know, probably finishing up with first cut, I imagine, for hay. And then a lot of dairy farmers in Ontario are already going on to second cut already, which is nuts. Alright. Apparently, this is going to take too long to encode, according to what OBS is telling me. I've been messing around with the quality settings a little bit, trying some things out, seeing how it works. I did record an episode in 1080p the other day. It was enormous. I couldn't believe how big it is. Or it was, I should say. But anyways, it's probably because I was doing this, and it's like, ooh, that's a little bit too much information all at once. Anyways. Craziness. It might be these mirrors too, actually. I don't know for sure, though. Alright, look at the money coming in. Sweet. Turn this off for a second. This thing is so energy efficient, it's ridiculous. I can't believe how, like, energy efficient, or how little it actually is. Oh, this one's on sale? How much are they asking for it? Wow, that's like half the price. Until 2200. It is right here. Maybe. We'll see. We shall see. Did I plant anything as corn? I probably should have, actually. No. Well, if I do plant something as corn, I could definitely use my forage harvester, which I haven't used very much as of late. But what I could do... where is it here? No crops are ready yet, but they're awfully close. So I don't want to fast forward time too much without being ready for it. Where is it? This guy's done. Let's just move him back. I haven't set up any courses for the other two things, so maybe I'll just do that right now. But I really love how it saves the position of the shovel. That is so awesome. I really should get a... Well, we should do that right now. If we're going to do more forage, I don't know if we will. We have the materials to do more forage, though. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see in a second here. Let's do this. That. It's so funny. Once you've done this like once or twice, you kind of get used to doing it. I still screw it up, mind you, and I'm sure most people would if they're not used to it. But once you get used to, you know, doing it once or twice or thrice even, it's not so bad. And that little stutter always freaks me out, especially when I'm using the developer version of Courseplay. Man, it's apparently what it is it's Giant's auto-saving. Alright. That should be good. Let's go forward. And go right up to here. Blunk. Let's go backwards now. It's so funny. You can actually... This thing is so nimble, it's crazy how much you can actually do with it. Or like what kind of turns you can actually make with this particular implement. It's just nuts. That should be good. And what is that going to be? B3 unload. There we go. Let's see if it works. But like I said, once you get used to it, it's not so bad to create these courses, but initially some people might think it's really difficult to do, but it's I made a tutorial on it for people who are actually wondering how to do it. I basically just did it right there so you can see how it's done. The problem I've run into lately is with the course detecting this right here, the unload spot. So what will happen is, can I put it on right now? I think it's 8 or 10 or 11, 9. So this right here. So it has a problem detecting this area sometimes. So, but as you can see, it found it. So this is good. I will just let it do its thing then. And actually, we have, because that guy's been doing that, Let's just come over here for a quick second. How much slurry do we actually have? Because we could probably fertilize with slurry 45%. We could actually probably... We could definitely use that. I wonder if we can actually go up these stairs. No, didn't think so. So we could actually do that as well. It's an interesting thought, actually. Because if we were to do that... Like, what we could do is... We could... Let me out. We could change this field right here all to grass. And then make silage out of grass. But that's not very American, I guess. I know some people do it in America, but that's definitely more of a European thing, that's for sure. Yeah. We'll have to plant corn here again. That's what withered corn looks like on this map. With the little floaties. I don't know why. Anyhow. Alright. Any of the crops ready to go? Not yet. Alright. Back to the rotogator we go then. It's been mostly an episode of actually doing this, and I somewhat apologize for that, but, you know, it needs to get done one way or another. I could, I suppose, not fertilize this particular field in lieu of not getting as much yield, but it's not my style. Anyways, what I'll do, instead of subjecting you to more of this, I will just end the episode here. A bit of a shorter one, not too much. But we picked up a couple new toys. We picked up that and that, which is excellent. And what else did we pick up? That's it. And we may pick up the articulated guy, or the front loader. We'll see. Anyways, folks, that's it for today. My name's Iain Robson. It's been Farming Simulator 2013, coming at you from the All-American Farm. Catch you guys later.